Today we are going to learn how to do a fan like this. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back on this channel. Yeah, you heard right. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to do the fan in one hand like this. I think this is one of the main basics you need to do when you're starting doing magic, and also with cardistry. It's a bit like a cardistry move also, but one of the older moves. You really need this move when you're doing magic, and it also looks pretty cool when you're doing it. It looks like you have a lot of skill, and it's not that hard to do at all. So let's get right into how to do this and enjoy this. So alright guys, let's get right into it. And for this tutorial I'm going to use the Green NOC Sports. It's accompanied by Alex Pandrea, and I really like the color of it. It's a special edition like this, or NOC Sports, I'm not too sure, but I'll leave a link in the description down below where you can purchase these cards, and yeah, I really like it. So guys, the thumb fan is one of the oldest moves in magic, and also one of the most basic moves that you should learn when you're doing magic or cardistry. So it looks like you have a lot of skill when you're doing the fan while you are doing magic like this. And yeah, let's get right into how to learn it. In the beginning, it makes it much easier if you use a brand new deck of cards like this one. The cards don't stick together and they easily slide, so it makes it much easier to do the fan like this. It's getting really smooth, and you don't have a lot of problems with that. If you guys use an older deck, it might be that you have some issues getting this smooth way, like the fan is looking like this, and you having a hard time. So if possible, use one of your newer decks to try out and to learn this. Get yourself a new deck and you don't have that many problems with learning it. It's making it much easier. So what you need to do for this is, guys, if you're right-handed, you should do it with your left hand, and vice versa. So if you're a lefty, do it the opposite way. Also, there are some exceptions of the rule, but to me that's just the easiest way to do it. Okay, what is it you need to do to get a fan? Okay guys, people do it differently. Some do it with a thumb, some do it with a finger, and I'm personally doing it with a finger. It's giving me it's much easier for me to do that, but a lot of people do it with a thumb. So it's up to you to try out what's best for you. But I'm going to show you the basics right now, what you need to do to do the basic fan. So with your left hand, you're using your thumb and your middle finger to pinch the deck in a position where you're going to pivot the deck, and using this as the rotation point of the deck, like so. So you need to find out for yourself what's the best point for you. So if you're doing it wrong, the fan will be much too small, and if you do it on the right position, that should be outside, as far outside as you can get, like here and here. You hold it square, pinching it together so the deck can't fall down itself, and then you're going to do the fan like so, right? It's like you hold it here and here, and then you can do the fan. I do it with my first finger, but that's easier for me. So let me try it. Some people do it with a thumb, like so. I'm not a fan of that. To me, it's easier to do it with my first finger, and it gives much better results. But you have to try that for yourself, what's easier for you. And you can also do that on the other side, so you have the faces that people can look at it. Okay, let's do it once again. And so again, you have to pinch the fingers on the edges of the playing cards to give it a point where it can rotate, like so. So you pinch it here, And then you're coming with your thumb or your first finger, and on the edge of this deck, while you're holding it here, like so, while you're holding it in this position, and you're going to rotate the deck. Okay, that looks stupid, but let's do it again. You hold it here and rotate it, right? And that gives you the perfect fan. And the more often you do this, the more perfect it gets. So you can't pinch that hard at all. You have to try to get the right pressure. But that's something you need to try for yourself. What gives you the best feeling and what's best for you. So it should be like this, where you have every card on the same space here, so it looks like a nice and beautiful fan. You also want this edge here, that makes it look even better, right? And also on the opposite way, you want to have it look like every of the number and the pips is halfly to see. So if you want to offer to pick a card to a spectator or so, he can also freely choose what card he wants to pick. Also, you have to hold this one here in a fairly hard grip so you can't lose it. Also, if let's assume that someone is going to pick a card and you want to make sure that you don't let this whole fan slip out of your hand and everything falls down. Even if the cards are new like these, it's a bit hard of a time. So yeah, okay, you saw that, right? So one thing to note is if your spectator is going to pick a card from a fan like this and you have a brand new deck of cards, he's going to pick it out. They are going to slide like this. You can see that? You have to watch out for this one. And so not every card is falling on the floor, as I said. But it's giving you a hard time to do that with a brand new deck. So it's better if the deck is a bit more worn in, but just a new deck is for training purpose. And you will have a much easier time to try out with a first fan, right? Okay, so let's try this again. Pinch it between here and here. Your fingers come in and going to rotate like this. And you hold a fairly hard grip with your thumb and the fingers down here like so. Try that a few times. Don't get upset if that doesn't work right from the beginning. It's not that easy in the beginning, but you're getting used to it very, very soon, and it looks like this mostly all the time. Okay, now when you try this one out, you also want to close the fan as well, like so. If you've done the fan and you want to close it again, you come in with your first finger, like so. Let's do it in this way. You have it here, come in with that finger. With pressure, you're holding all the cards back, like so. You're getting all the cards and close the fan like this. Actually, you need some pressure there, and you can rotate the fan back like so. Okay, let's try it like this. Slow motion. You can do it like so. Okay, that's one way to close it. If you want it in the beginning, it's a bit easier. Have you done the fan like so, using your first finger and close the fan like so. You just keep the pinch on the cards like so, and in the same way as you open it, you're going to close it again, and that looks pretty good. So again, let's try it. You're closing it, coming with that finger here, and you have the deck closed like so. That's one other option to get it done pretty easy for the beginning if you're not too confident with doing it one-handed. The one thing I have noticed is if you're having a brand new deck, it's a bit harder to close it with one hand, but if the deck is used in a bit, it's getting much easier. But for the beginning, you should learn and try to do the fan with a brand new deck, because the fanning like itself, like so, is much easier. And you see, after a few seconds I've used this deck, it's not even getting that regularly. You have to get used to that, and you have to wear the deck in a bit, and that's getting much better then. Okay guys, let's just repeat it real quick for you. When you want to do the fan itself, use your thumb and your middle finger, pinch the deck and do the fan like this. So if you put your thumb and finger a bit higher and you pinch it here, you can actually do a real small thumb fan like so. I don't know what use that should have, but maybe you can come up with something. Pinch it as deep as you can on the finger here. Use your thumb or your finger to do the thumb fan, and that's pretty good. Also, you can do it the other way around, like so. You just need to get used to it, and sometimes it's getting much easier to do at all. Okay guys, if there are any questions, leave it down in the comments below. I'm really happy to help you guys with learning that. Let me know how you do on the thumb fan. Leave it in the comments down below, and I will be more than happy to help you with that. Don't get upset if the cards are falling down. That happens sometimes, especially with a new deck of cards. You tend to lose all the cards because they are slippery, but it makes it much easier in the beginning to get the fan done. So don't get upset, stick to it, try it out, work on it, and you will very soon be able to do the fan. That's something really cool, and you can use it for your first magic tricks or so. Okay guys, that's the tutorial on the thumb fan. I'm really curious to see how you guys are doing with that. That's a move that you really need if you're doing magic or cardistry. That's one of the first moves I've learned before I started to doing magic, and it always looks cool when you're doing that to spectate. It shows a bit of skill, and it just looks beautiful, right? To show a deck of cards like this. So it's not that hard to do at all. Practice, 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 and leave any questions in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. By the way, it's Friday. Happy weekend to you, everyone. See you on the next video. Peace out. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm really planning on doing more tutorials on this channel very soon. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let me see if you guys enjoyed tutorials like this, and I will do more of it. Have a nice weekend. Cheerio.